Hello. All right. Sorry. It didn't work out the computer with the phone and all that stuff. So I am learning alchemy today, and I'm gonna wait for everyone to join, drink my coffee, and all that good stuff, and wait for you all to join and find me because I bailed out the last stream. Talk about nerve-wracking. There ain't nothing like trying to do a stream and not finding your way around, and you're on a time limit. Oh boy, am I shaking. So we're going to be learning alchemy. What exactly is alchemy today? Yay. Hey T-Light, glad you could join. I'm like really shaky, so I'm sorry if my voice is shaky and all that good stuff. I made myself a nervous wreck before I came on. I didn't know that you couldn't take the computer recording and put it into your phone and work it from that. So you can't do it that way. So now I know that. Work in progress. Total work in progress. And that's what today is alchemy and the work in progress on that. So I'm starting that. That's where I think the answers lie. And learning what I've learned in the past. How many days has it been? Like 60 days? Something like that. Since I woke up fully and started feeling the frequency. This is where I'm at now, is alchemy. And this is where the answer is at for all of us. So I thought it really important to explain it and to touch base on that because it is a part of my learning process. And since it's a part of my learning process, well, this is a romper room and that's what it's all about. So welcome. None of your business here. And I can't wait to dig right into it. I did start with Tim a little, and then I thought, the rawness to this, you really ask the right questions involved, and you forget about those if you keep going. So I came back, and I thought I'd go live and look like a little cartoon girl, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. So this one isn't like it, but I could do something interesting maybe. Let's see. We'll do that maybe. No, that's too much. That, no. I could do the scary, but I don't like scaring you guys. Let's do that. Ooh, that's rainbow. Rainbows. Rainbows and butterflies. And then we have the old things here. Let's see. That one. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that's cartoony. That's cool. I like that. So I had to adjust everything, Sorry. I used you as patsies. You're my my little workabouts here to work this stuff. So I apologize. Let me get this off of here now. There we go. Okay, so I have tea light here, and it's been 4 minutes, so I'm gonna wait just a little while longer, just in case there's some laggers or anything. I said some laggers, some laggers. And I'm trying to think. Oh, I need to get my stream up here. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so we'll get situated. I'm just taking my time because I got all worked up. I couldn't get anything to work. I can't get the sound to work on my computer yet. So there's an issue there that I got to work out. And so I can't do any Discord until then because you can't hear me. I mean, you can hear, but it's like really low. And I can't figure out how to go about fixing that. I've tried every avenue and sounds that I see. Uh, thank you, Tea Light. I appreciate that. I wanted to take these few days to feel good about myself, and I've never worn makeup hardly ever in my life. And I thought, well, why not? I'm getting older, and my skin's already doing what it's supposed to do. I've been waiting long enough, and I wanted to take care of myself. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking care of myself, and I'm learning what I can. I found you was stuck on your first. I shut it off. I deleted it. I deleted it. I'm sorry. I had to. I couldn't find it in my phone. Uh, Sorry about that, Timothy. But I had a good hangout with Timothy the other day. That was fun. I tried to record it, but unfortunately the record didn't work on the, on the computer. I couldn't figure it out either. It was telling me to left click the entire time, and I didn't see it until it was too late. But I did snap a shot and put it up on Discord if anybody wants to take a look at Tim driving around in his hood. I was hanging around with my Buddha buddy that day, trying to get connected, because we got to be connected in this. We got to utilize each other's information in our hearts, and that's where alchemy comes in to play. Whenever we connect with one another, we're giving each other information through frequencies, and those frequencies can be read by thought, and that's where alchemy comes into play. Is because whenever you do that, you tend to get visions, and those visions can come in any way, from my understanding, and and you get these symbols, and or you can get visions. I mean, some people get symbols, and some people take the symbols seriously. And Tim will display those tonight on his show, since I'm having trouble with mine. Now let me get this up here. I keep saying that, and I always forget what I'm doing. But I'm none of your business, and welcome, I'll say that again, to your channel. And this is the Romper Room. We are learning in the Romper Room. We got the powwows for meditation, and that's where we can connect and get this information from alchemy. And this is the reason why I created these two shows. I didn't know it at the time. I really didn't know it at the time, but I do things for reasons, because I listen. I listen to what I'm told. I listen very well to what I'm told. And I don't do nothing without permission. I don't do anything without permission. That is trust right there, 100%. Remember how I said I don't trust anyone 100%? Well, I do. And that's my guides. That's your guides. That's everyone's guides. That's everyone's thought. That's where alchemy is in the language of those thoughts. And it all comes together within us and our connection. And that's why it's so important for us to connect, is what I'm finding out within my predictions of what's going on, and how, why we're able to do this, and all these things that I am too kindergarten to go into. And Tim will go into um, the more powerful learning process to this, because it's too advanced for me. I am learning with it, but I can certainly introduce you to it and talk about it in my Romper Room, because it is that important that we do talk about alchemy. It's the main core purpose of why we get visions, and why magic is here all of a sudden, why we're able to do these things magically delicious. We're able to do them, and to make friction in the meditation, and you can feel it whenever you're spinning. Some people spin, some people, I mean, it's different for everyone. It really is different. I can't I'm learning too. So let's take it back. I don't know nothing except for what I do. And let me read some of these comments really quick, since they're pouring in, and I'm sorry. But I just wanted to get out the reason of why I came on today, is because of the fact is that this is where all my predictions had led me to, is alchemy. Because I believe now that alchemy is the core center for this learning process. And Tim will take this over on his channel at Tim Who TV. The link will be in the description. I'm trying to get this up on my computer now to And I just hit the wrong button, see? 3 things. So I'm 10 minutes into the video. That's not too bad. I found you was stuck. Hey, Nunya, listening on my way to work. Awesome. 7 Serpents, thank you for showing up and showing your interest. And I hope that this is not buffering. I really just wanted to record it and to get it recorded. Maybe Tim can record it. I don't know. Shoot, I don't know. Smash that thumb. What time is your show tonight, Timbo? We go by play. We listen to our guides about things, and we go up whenever we're told. T-Light. That's the way it works. Always. You never go up without being told, and it's always last minute. And you're given information, and you got to decipher through it from them. You know whenever your guide is talking to you, and you got to listen, and they will shout to you. Hey, Gil Skills is in the house. What? You've come to learn about alchemy. Well, that's unusual for a bearded guy like you. Good evening, everyone. Wanted to show my love and support. Well, you just stumbled into the best thing that you'll ever learn in your lifetime, Gil. I tell you what, whenever you wake up and you realize what alchemy is, it's magic. And that's truly what it is. It's making things out of nothing in your own plane. We are here in a bardo, in the bardo, I believe. And a lot of people here believe that with me, that whenever you enter this bardo, you basically, from what I'm finding out, we'll just go right into it. Let me read the rest of the comments and we'll go into it. Have you studied the alchemy chart, Nanya? Not yet, and Tim will bring that up. I am currently doing that. All right. Well, maybe you can come on the show tonight, T-Light, and talk about that. Talk about what you learned, because we need your help. You know, we're doing this too. We're all being led to the same path here. So let's take it on and talk to one another and work together on this. That's what it's about, is positive energy working together and creating this alchemy, because alchemy can be worked in both ways, negative or positive or negative. Which one do you choose in this? And that's who you work for. You're either with the light or you're not with the light. And if you're not with the light, you're going to keep using people to get that light. That's where alchemy is at. That's where it's leading at, is you're going to it. Let me finish the comments. Hello, T-Light and 7 Serpents. No buffering here, right on. Gills, Tim Who TV, it's my pleasure being here. Nunya Business has supported my channel as well. Many others in the community. That's because you all have information for me, Gil. You have information inside you that I pull from you, and dude, you guys are of the light. I don't think you guys are where we're at, but you will be soon. And I can't wait to talk to you then, unless you are, and I'm just, you're not showing it because you're too manly for it. Hi, Tim, says 7 Serpents, and T-Light says hi, 7 Serpents, and everybody's here. Alfred, Kyle, hi all. Have your guides get up with my guides when the show starts. They will let me know. Let's last. Good job with listening, Alfred. Rock them beards. Yes. Hey, T-Light, says 7 Serpents, and Gil says, I am always interested in alchemy. I know there is higher planes than we are now. Good. I thought so. I thought you were of it. I really did. That's why I came. I'm good at picking my people, who I travel with. Hello, welcome, Alfred, says Tim. Gil's interested. Right on. I'll contact your guides, Alfred. Kyle, says Tim. T-Light, I will try to be on the show, if not in the middle of the night. Sleep at night due to my work schedule. I am definitely with the light regardless. Right on. I know you're with the light, T-Light. That's why your name is T-Light. So talk to Tim amongst yourselves, and I'll get started here. And you can talk to him about a time that you would be more favorable to you, like 8 or 8:30 or 9. We can go up, at that time. And you got to excuse something. There's something going on with whenever I do this, and whenever I do like hand gestures uh, to talk about something, and I get passionate about it. I'll scroll my hand across, and the screen will go black because of the power within me, the energy in me, to be able to do all this stuff. It comes out in the camera, and it will black out, and it's been happening to with me and Tim a lot. And I think I just seen it happen just a while ago. There are free Alchemy library app on Google Play Store right on. Thank you for that, Seven Serpents, because I found this introduction to alchemy and I got really interested in it. Uh, love the dudes of recycle. Oh, yes, love the dudes of recycling. I love everyone I found. I love, and I cherish you all for traveling with me. And I will get started here on alchemy and the introduction of alchemy. We have all been present with the rather romanticized view of the vulnerable old alchemical philosopher. And whenever they say alchemical, I'm just going to change that to alchemy because it's easier for me. And this kind of makes it harder to place it in that section. So I want to make this easy like kindergarten, and that's the way this is supposed to be, is easy. So I'm going to change some of the words up just to get an idea in that way it flows right. Tim will talk about, all the technical things, and all that. I'm more kindergarten. So we'll go with that. And you picture like a vulnerable old alchemical philosopher huddling over his flask and bumbling liquid immersed in his quest for the elusive philosopher's stone. Now, the philosopher's stone is supposed to be this red stone. The image is a red stone. Now, I'm not sure the symbol. It's like a circle, and Tim will show that tonight on his show. And I think we're probably going to go up about 8 o'clock to talk about this because it's important that we get there. So in about 5 more hours from now, I'd say 5 more hours. Give us 5 hours, and I'll get done with this, and I'll hurry up and get done so we can talk about that. Let me know if that's all right with you, Timothy, if we do that, and we'll go up about 8. You think? Actually, it's about 4 hours. You up for it? Timothy, Drew. And he's saying hello to everyone. And Gil Skills, it's not a question of manliness. It's more along the lines of fear or not expressing it properly. Yeah. You can't live in the fear and the awe, ever. Ever, ever, ever. No fear, no awe. Nothing surprises me anymore about anything, about nothing. So, Tim, let me know if 8 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Central. That way it's early enough for Tea Light and it's early enough for everyone. I'm tracking your comments. Shurish. I guess he's contemplating that. So back to this bubbling liquid immersed in the quest of elusive philosopher's stone. The stone is a representation of a person, and let me look it up for you. That'll be the best way to do it, is to look it up, get the answer right. Hello. Because that's why I'm here, is to learn it with you. Paste, and I want to go through the same steps as I would normally. So let me keep it there. It's a crystal ink. The Philosopher's Stone is a legendary substance, allegedly capable of turning inexpensive metals into gold. It's sometimes believed to be an elixir of life, useful for rejuvenation and possibly for alchemy immortality. So it's to live forever. you know. Let me take you back over to the reality of things. The Rockefellers' 9 heart surgeries, something they're in. Does that ring a bell? The 9 heart surgeries? Um, and pictures of people that seem like they're of a different time period, like old actors, you know, that kind of stuff. What I've been spewing, what brought me here to this Hollyweird and the whole government and where we were at, and the fact of is that they use these rituals and things and use these elements and sacrifices. The negative part of alchemy is coming out, and we have to learn this to bring it into the light, because the whole world is dark. It's wrapped around in a negative web, and alchemy can help get us out of that web. Yes, 23 hearts. Oh, 23 hearts is the alchemy sign for the philosopher's stone, and there's a big symbol for it. It's like a circle with a triangle with a heart and a square inside the heart. So there's different elements. There's different things. There's different ways of doing uh, this kind of magic. Alchemy is just one of those things. Uh, the Philosopher's Stone is just one of those things that they had concentrated on highly, and it has a lot, like it's surrounded in the basis of the elements and the elements within the elements and all that. I'm believing as I'm reading along here and what I've learned from Hollyweird and all these things, just coming together now. Okay, so the image of the alchemist was one which developed relatively early on in history of alchemy, but it became a very popular view in the 20th century, and to most people, there is almost all they know about the subject. And that is true. I mean, all we're given is the darker side to things, and we don't know about the lighter side to things, and we can use these things in a positive way and to create that. Another view that developed was that alchemists were mysteriously adepts belonging to some secret society and exchanging messages in a coded form. They were even seen as having paranormal powers, which enabled them to do all sorts of magical things and live in an extremely old age. Now, thus, alchemists become confused in the popular imagination with the image of the magician. Now, whenever I read this the first time, I pointed out to Tim about my intake on that, and why I see him as a wizard is because the beard. He grows his beard and he never cuts off the dead ends. Now, if you look at mine, I'm doing the same, but I bleach my hair, and it does damage it, but it doesn't damage it much. But I let mine grow out too, and that's another thing that we have in common, is the letting of hair grow out, because it has, like an animal, it has filters on it that receive frequency and vibration and electric, and it gives him a clue. All these hand signals that he does, it rides through the beard, and it goes through the head, and it's wisdom coming out into the crown, into the air, to everyone. And I think that we can utilize Tim very well with this. Um, I think that he has the answers that he can share with all of us and enlighten us to all this. That way we can find our code in all this. And I would highly suggest that if you have hair, I would not cut the ends off of it no longer. Just let it grow out naturally. Natural seems to be the key in all of this. Um, but it takes a certain breed, it takes a certain kind to get to conduct that kind of energy. I mean, it's really all within what you are told to do, as well. So that comes into play as well in this. Not everyone's the same, like I said. So it may not be right for you to grow your hair out the way that we do, uh, but maybe your aspect is in another department. It's just like Damien, wise old Damien there was telling me that everybody has their purpose in this, whether it's truthers or spiritualist or alchemist or whoever is teaching. That's pretty much where it's at, and so we'll continue reading. These stereotype views of alchemy do not really allow us to appreciate the breadth of alchemy and the various ways in which it inspired people over the centuries. This introductory section will hopefully let us gain a broader picture of this amazing subject. And what I got to say about that is that we need to take advantage of this because it has been hidden from us. They have chopped people's heads off. They're still chopping people's heads off because of this. In Iraq, that's where ISIS is chopping off heads. Think about it. This has been done to African Americans, to the Native Americans. I mean, they are stripping the positivity out of all of us. And aren't you sick of it? Don't you want it back? This is it. Right here. You need to learn this. This is where it's at. You have something in here that is you. Just like Damien said, there's different aspects to different things. Truth, spiritual elements. I mean, there's different aspects in alchemy, and if all of us put in our part and our expertise in our particular sections, then those sections can be absorbed in meditation, and thought frequency can go out, and then we do our meditation and we receive those frequencies, we receive those thoughts, and it comes out in symbols or in some kind of I can't think because I'm overly active. Uh, some kind of sign, numbers, just whatever way you learn, that you get the messages. You get the messages in whatever way is specialized for you. Like I have my own way, and those ways are advancing as I go along, and as he gives me downloads, and as long as I'm listening properly and I'm listening to the right person, because that they are, if they're negative or positive within your own heart, especially you don't know if you're not positive now, if you don't live in the positivity fully and say things in the proper way, that even if you're lying about something, you're not really lying, you're just answering a question with a positive. So you work your way around everything that you're saying, all those words that you're putting out there that create that frequency. Uh, it distorts it. So you have to be honest. You have to be truthful with yourself. You have to be positive in all aspects of everything. And then you're able to see him or to see her or to see whoever more effectively, more clearly. You're able to perceive more, predict more, uh, jump through time, uh, create your own stuff, uh, get your own job, do what you need to do in life, create your own career path in this, because it is very hard to go in public and feel this way. Have your, I mean, you're constantly going through something. uh, whether it be downloads or emotions or shakes or where it crumbles you down to your knees, and who knows whenever that's going to happen? Who knows? So having a job in this is like unimaginable to me. Unimaginable. I could not work and still can't work and function in this. Uh, because I'm afraid that I might be out in public and I fall to my knees and with some kind of vision or some kind of download, or I get really nervous, being around a crowd of people because I'm on this high frequency and all this is intaking in me, and I'm really amped up myself about it and about love, and I'm really open, and I partake all this stuff, and see, I can't even breathe, sometimes. So how can I be in public? Um, this might help me. So I'm going to take this on and should. So how? Let me read some of these to make sure I'm not missing something here. And I know I am. I'm sorry, guys. I get on this rant, and this is what I do. This is why I can't be in public. uh, Crystal's in the house. Crystal Keith and Gemma. I'm scrolling through. And that's another thing of the reason why I think that he might be bald up at the top is because it's a great, and Gemma, thank you for pointing that out. It's a great way. I don't know what you said, but it related me to that because I'm still scrolling up. But yeah, that's a great way for it to exit, without any kind of obstacle. So I'm sure whenever he's doing his deep thinking, I'm sure he takes off that cap. I can see that. Excuse me. My goodness, you guys are chatting it up. I'm so sorry. I get on these rants and I get off the subject, but that's me. That's learning with me. I have to intake what I'm reading and where I'm at. Uh, different souls were captured within him, and that's the 23 hearts. Okay, well, you talk about that on your show tonight. That would be a good pointer outer, Tim, of the 23 hearts and how you said different souls were captured within him. Since I don't have the capability of looking that information up myself and show this information to you because the OBS is not running, or the microphone is not running properly, and I have to shout, So yeah, I didn't want to shout this video. There'll be videos like the powwow that I'll shout at, through that, and that's where that's leading me. I think it's to the powwows to ramp it up. Yeah, I think my guide wants me to ramp it up until I get it fixed, I guess. And Tim agrees, the Rockefellers, I'll check, not sure of number. I wonder if the substance is crystallized aquarium or something like that. Well, I think that the substance is positive. That's what I think that the substance is. I don't think it has, like, they're utilizing us. This is what I think happened, okay? Way before we came here, we wanted to do alchemy. Our thoughts, our our frequencies, everything we are, our being, uh, wanted to portray this alchemy, but we couldn't do it without emotion. We were told, or something of that nature. We needed the emotions. Then we started experimenting, and along the way, some things happened to portray negative in these emotions, and maybe some kind of being coming in to play, someone who's jealous, who is taking control of power trip from being human with the emotions of a human, and we weren't expecting that, and they took advantage. A higher being took advantage of that and wanted to portray this gold. Okay, so if you think of gold, gold is like a very powerful substance here, right? in aspects of alchemy and in the aspects of possessions. Gold is like really expensive, and it can, you know what I mean? It's like considered, it was considered. I mean, if you think about the gold rush and all that, you know, uh, yeah. So my thought to that is that it's not really a substance, it's our positive, and the positive is utilized. It can be utilized in a negative, and whenever it's utilized in a negative, it can be used as a gas machine. Uh, something, okay, so we created this world, right? We create it, and with our own thoughts, we did create it, and we were studying this alchemy, and along the line, somebody utilized that negative part of it, and now they're running this machine of negative because they really want the light, but they're living in negative, and they have to create that of their own, right? Um, that's what they're after. That's the entire thing of what they're after. Is that light? Is that philosopher's stone per se? Is everything? It's everything. It's all. Alchemy is basically everything. The philosopher's stone is taking all those everythings and making it into something magic. And that was taken away from us long ago by putting in this negative and giving us this virus of this machine virus. And uh, so that would be the philosopher's stone, is our hearts, is our light, our ability to create, fully create anything, water, anything we want. We don't have to live in a world where we have to eat something in order to survive. We don't have to live in a world where we have to kill something to eat to survive, is what I'm saying. That's how far this can go, I believe. Is that's where I think that everything is at. Is that we've been tricked into thinking these things so that we stay here over and over and over again until we wake up. But whenever we wake up, we can't leave because we're a whole. We can't leave you. I woke up. I cannot leave you. And what I believe is that we take turns. I mean, we're so wore out, we like variety, okay? So I'm going to take back everything I said about what I knew because I've only been getting half, everywhere. And things like this lead you, it leads you somewhere in your predictions of what you're seeing, what you're feeling. And what I'm seeing now is that we have the ability to do this, and I don't know where I'm going with it. I just know that it's really important that we learn this, that this is everything. And I'll move on. This is like 38, 40 minutes into it, and I've been just doing rambling. But it's important that I do my rambling because you guys have been hearing it all along, all these predictions that I've been getting, and it leads me somewhere. And if it leads me somewhere, and if it helps someone get to where they're going as well, like Damien, if you're listening to this is for you. I mean, you'd want to talk about truthers and things like this. This will help you with deciphering the Bible. This goes as far as to helping you decipher the Bible and uh, how to pick out the truth. This is the reason why I never wanted to go into the Bible. This is the reason why I've been tasting everything and just like picking out what I think is the right way. It's because I'm being told it's the right way of things, and I'm only getting half truths, to this. So I've been getting predictions and things, emotions, I guess you could say, off of people, off of things, off of facts to be able to run off of. But this will help you critique it, will help you critique those predictions, being able to utilize this alchemy will help you do that. So, how should we view alchemy? Alchemy is a multifaceted subject. It is an early form of chemical technology exploring the nature of substances. It is also philosophy of the cosmos and of mankind's place in the scheme of things. Alchemy developed an amazing language and emblematic symbolism which is used to explore the world. It had a strong philosophical basis, and many alchemists incorporated religious metaphor and spiritual matters into their alchemical ideals. About 4,000 printed books are issued from the 16th through the late 18th century, exploring alchemy from a multiplicity of different perspectives. Many thousands of manuscripts, handwritten works, letters, notes, and commentaries exist in the Library of Europe and North America, some beautiful illustrated with colored images, so you may want to look that up. Alchemy is thus, if you wanted the symbols, alchemy is thus through the sheer volume of writings influenced through the early modern period. Its influence can often be seen as the work of writers, poets, and artists of the time. And again, that was there have been manuscripts, handwritten works, letters, notes, and commentaries exist in the libraries of Europe and North America, and I'm sure they have copies of that in libraries now. In 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 YouTube, people who have gotten these books and displayed them. In the 20th century, interest of alchemy has revived, following the decline and total eclipse of the 19th century. Today, alchemy is often, and I wonder if that eclipse has something to do with darkness taking hold. Uh, Today, alchemy is often used as a catchword for obscure, enigmatic symbolism for the ideal of spiritual transformation and interchange. So let's go back and review what we had learned. So we have alchemy and the philosopher's stone, and see if there's any big words that we don't understand because we're all kindergartners and we're trying to come into this in a kindergartner's mind. Chemical technology, blah, 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 philosophy basis, metaphor. Okay, so Tim will get these. Well, me and Tim will collect these manuscripts and things like that. We'll try and get to those. That's something to point out that we need to get. And alchemy was thus through the sheer volume of blah 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 blah. Okay. I don't see any big words that I need to look up here. So we'll move on. Oh man, there's a lot of chats here. Wow. Okay. With the quadrangle round, or will it won't, is found the separation of do and don't, element in form, in function, conjunction with born of faith, but make no assumption. I think what Seven Serpents is trying to say there is a confusing way of saying will the quadrangle round, or it or will it won't. So if you have a negative in that, everything is kind of opposite. It's like mirror, and whenever you have mirror, you can't get the code, and in order to get the code to make you need the code in order to do the philosopher's stone. Is basically might be what he's saying there. Is a code that you need in order to get that, and everybody has their own code, and that's the code that I was talking about. Uh, you have that within inside of you, and you can get that. Now, I think that they're trying to get that, and that's what they're doing, and that's what CERN is all about, is taking that negative and utilizing that. Instead of getting the code, they're utilizing the negative to make their own world, to create magic and make their own, because that's all they can do, because they're stuck in this negative. It's a virus. Like the six hearts, so we need to save them as well. We need to save Satan, basically. We need to make him whole, make him see the light, because we can't go anywhere even without him. Look at the six hearts on the mainstream. Still looking. I had heard some surgeries. Oh, you're still looking for the Rockefellers. Uh, it was just a thought, of things that I seen, like pictures of famous people that, where you've seen them later, like 70, 80 years later, and they look the same as somebody else. And I don't know if you ever seen those videos or not, but I have, where they look just like the other person. And you were like, oh my gosh, did they live at a different time period? I really like the double meaning you can find in Mr. Seven. Yeah, the double meanings. The thing about his videos is that they buffer a lot for me, and I can't. Tim was saying that there's a way of taking a buffer and bringing it back to a point to where you left off in the sentence. The thing of it is that it buffers and there's this big gap, and then I miss the information, so I can't follow. I can't follow him. I want to, because I think that he is onto something in this new way of thinking and this new way of being, this new frequency that we're on. We all have to kind of change things. It's not the same anymore. It's different. It's different. It's a different feel. It's a different way of doing it, in my thought of all this. It's not old school anymore. It's new school. It's the Buddhahood. The Buddhahood. It's new way of thinking. And I want to watch his videos, and I implore him to please record them without doing the live. That way we can really learn from that. And he's not interrupted either by chat, and he can just move forward and go through. I mean, that's the same with this alchemy. I may do another session of this alchemy and really get into it once Tim starts introducing things. Nice, Seven Servants. I'm going to copy that and post it on Discord. Posted. And yeah, I'm sure, Tim, thank you. Tippin, my Nenya, Tim, much love, brothers and sisters. And you know who that's, Tippin. That's Crystal Keith is Tippin. She's always Tippin. Gemma Church, you hear the term hair is crowning glory. Gold is found in it, spun gold, then the hair of the beard star. Yeah, really. You never know. Great day to all the friends of the light. Every day opens a new page of possibilities. Please become expansive in thought and angelic as children. Remember your source code. I will unlock many possibilities from creation. That's my tummy. You are designers, builders, your bodies pull in the source light. Yes. Yes, I am. Hey, well, hello, Crystal Keith, says Tim. Dreams, says Gil. Gemma Church, meditating 9 on lock, DBA. Don't know what that means, but I'm sure I will. 9, one time around the road out. Oh, the 9, the way out. Okay. I believe the gate is Nero, and Tim, you could talk about the 9 tonight. That's part of the alchemy, I think. I believe the gate is Nero because there is only one specific frequency path for each of us. Yeah, that's exactly it. We each have our code. 6 to 1 time around, and the road out. Hey, done, says Chris Vicky. And the positive and negative aspects, both polarities of air and fire, the circles of life complete the earth and the water, and the number 8. That's the infinity and the gate. It's the lines in the middle. The infinity symbol that symbolizes the eight to equal infinity of this vicious circle. The vicious circle and the way out of that circle is right there, and we got to find it. We got to remember our numbers. That's it, our code, our alchemy symbols, our visions, whatever you, however way you perceive to intake this, because it's all going to lead you to the end of what you're supposed to be learning, really. Because I can't sit here and say that I haven't experienced something, because I probably will in all this, because I've been giving upper levels to each thing. Like now I'm seeing lights, so in the forms into shapes, and that's alchemy. Good to see everyone again. I had re-up my data. You are the most enlightening Nunya business. Your energy is captivating. Wow. Right on. Right on. Combined creative, the wheel of life, the fifth element, heart, love, sets in the center of the eighth, with the sixth and the ninth above and below. Ran out of time. I saw. Oh, that's from Tim. And Chris, he follows through with ran out of time. I saw y'all. Hey, Jim and Church. Just breathe. We draw in the light. There is no prep for the weary. Jim and Church, I wish I could find employment in this. Homeless and disabled on paper. I won't go into a government-funded facility. I wish there was a community. Me too, Gemma. I wish I could win the lottery, because I would totally make a freaking commune, man. I would totally do it. I would buy a piece of property and just invite everybody to come. And I know that the government would have a big deal to this, but I don't care what they think. I want to buy like a school. That's what I want to do, is buy a school with common area and place where we can work and study this. I mean, I know that it's like a commune, but I think that it's like common living area, that we can meet up and that we can sit down and do meditation and hold those hands and have the money, like only pay like what we need to function the building. I mean, I always had to dream about that, to do that within my own family, but I knew my own family would never come, but I always wanted to do that, like buy a school and build and even build a pool in there, man, and a theater room, and like have a common area basically of a pool with a, like TV and like the whole shit, the whole stuff. Anyway, let me move on from that. Because I would love to do something like that myself. This path does not pay in the form of money. Yeah, exactly. It pays with far greater benefits of expanding light. But yeah, but Tim, we're going to have to work in some kind of aspect to this, because only us understand us. No one else is going to understand us. You know, you have to find employment in this, like maybe a positive, something like, I'm trying to think, I can't think, a positive speaker of some kind, just something of that, and charge little, but I don't know. But you got to make money. You can't live off of nothing. You have to have the internet in order to be able to provide this content out there to people. I wouldn't be able to find this without looking on the computer. So I need the computer. I need the internet. I need to pay for that, and I need to pay for the phone, and I need to pay for a roof over my head, and I need to pay for that, and I need to pay for that, and I need to pay for that in order to be here. Otherwise I just disintegrate into nothing again, and I have to be recycled and have to come back, and I wouldn't have pulled enough people out of this in order to get there again, because we're all going to have to come back again and get the rest. We're going to have to keep coming back until everyone wakes up. Much love, Nunya. You are glowing. Says, Bina Loco is in the house. Oh, giddy, giddy. We're going to party. Bina Loco's here. She's all amped up. with her little hearts. Yes, I understand, or yes, 7 understand, but I still need work. Mom was a missionary earning her home, and $35 a month. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, Gemma. Hello, Benaloco. Benaloco, Tim Who. And Gemma says, hi, Benaloco. For now, I'm stuck in this body. Yes, ma'am, and stuck in the same boat with you. I have my own disablements. I mean, in this, they have really done their wear on us. If you notice that we're all falling out at age 40 now. Just wanted to point that out. Skin suits hold us back, but it's lessons we must know. Yes, ma'am, that is correct. We gotta help in this. We gotta wake up and we gotta spread the word and we gotta connect in doing that. And that's what we're trying to do with the alchemy, is to connect a little bit further. This will help in that. Yes, it does. I have gifts, says Gemma Church, but they lead to truth and love and purpose, but not finances. You just got to work your way around it and try to think like I did with coming up with that positive speaker aspect of things. And you're not supposed to, like, if you're healing, you can't gain in healing. You can't do that in healing, but you certainly can in your positive attitude and speaking in front of and hosting things, and there has to be something that you can make money on in this, making things, doing things of your own, collecting metals, and you can't get much for recycling anymore. They don't took away that away. Let's go on. Let's move on. That's something that we all have to think about within ourselves, is how we can get out of this trap, really. These bodies can repair themselves. Unless you're ascending, then we start resonating out of our bodies, higher frequency, the changes we are experiencing. Well, I think that's all within each individual. Uh, I'm not sure about all that, but we'll find out as we go along, Tim. That's the beauty of learning, is that you learn about those things. Otherwise, we just sound like a nut saying them, so we have to back them so with information. And since there is no information proving that at this point, we need to make that. And that's what this is about. I have to go for now. Thank you for welcoming me here today. You lift my spirits and made me smile. Have a good day. Have a good night, Dunya. Business and everyone. Mwah. See you later, Gills. Keep a center block on your chest and hold down daily negative the density. It was many. What many do. Yes, I'm experiencing that, but I am work in progress. It hasn't happened overnight, and don't think it's supposed to. No, it's not. But it comes fast. It would if we would learn nothing. Honey, I just tend to the children. Nunya to the rescue. Much love, everyone. One tides lifts all boats. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Benaloco, for coming in and checking out. Thank you so much, Skills. The Benaloco becoming of one chord to fuse the conscious of love. Raise, I mean. Yeah, we all know about that. So Mrs. Seven Serpents, how does buffer? He doesn't buffer when we do vids together on my channel. Oh, okay. So they're in your channel. All right. Yeah, it's kind of hard, because I started out and I didn't want to get anybody's in tank, but I found where to get the information whenever I was ready. And I came to his channel first, so I'm glad that you said that, because I'll go to yours and I'll see what you have to offer me there. I didn't think about it, because I've been so busy and trying to get to this point, so I can look at all these videos and they do all make sense to me at this point. Because, you got to circle them in. You got to make a complete circle in this with information. Tipping my hat to you, darling, says Krista Keith. Giving a shout out that she's still here. Oh, the gate. I meditate on unlocking my DNA. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, is meditate. But sometimes it comes even whenever you're not meditating. Like you'll start getting some kind of vision and you're not even meditating, Gemma. Just so you know that, so be prepared for that. That's why I'm having such a hard time with going back to work, is because I'm afraid that I might start doing this in public. Tim Who TV, Mrs. Serpents, Tabby Smith, welcome. It says hello to everyone. Hello, Tabby, and welcome. We're studying alchemy, live record on White Path. The needle's frequency escapes the plane, the gateway. Tabby, I'm tipping my hat to you. Says Crystal. Hey, hell yeah, let's make a Nunya business commune. Says Crystal Keith. Crystal Keith continues with that. This is Seven Serpents says, Tabby! Hey! Crystal Keith, we could go hybrid energy and solar and wind turbines so we are self-sufficient. Hell yeah. Too many chemicals for you now. You can't think either. I know you're not completely stupid, so yes, cut off the chemtrail bar. Bring your own oxygen tank. Good golly, Miss Crystal. Great, awesome. I'm not looking for money to share, love, but unfortunately, it's cold. I have a positive outlook, but still have to survive. Not complaining, just seeking. Yeah, I understand. I do. I understand, Gemma. I'm right where you're at. You don't want to make money off of this. You don't. But then you have to live. You have to, in this world, you need money to do anything with. You have to have the roof. You have to have everything here, says Gemma. And we'll continue. How is alchemy approached today? Some people today still actually try to perform alchemy experiments. Most of the people hope they can make healing remedies like me. Although there are very few amongst them who still think they can find a transmuting philosopher's stone. Most people who take an interest in alchemy use it as a source of philosophical and esoteric ideas to support the particular belief systems to which they have attached themselves. So that's where your sectors come in. Thus, they use alchemy ideals and symbolism as a part of their interest in Kabbalah, in tarot cards, or some esoteric or magical system. The alchemical idea and symbolizes the obscure and different to understand. And difficult. Let me reread that. As alchemical ideas and symbolisms are obscure and difficult to understand, such people feel the adept alchemical material to suit their agenda and prior intentions. Unfortunately, this has led to a deeper understanding of alchemy itself, but rather a mere plundering it for material to fit into an existing mindset and structure. So what I'm getting out of that is that it's exactly what I was saying with the different sectors, like you're put in different places in this as your specialty. And whenever you do this, you're full of information that you can share. And whenever you meditate, the full thought of this alchemy was to share this information. Like we all have codes that we used, and to get to these codes, we all have information for one another to be able to unlock it. Okay? To unlock it, you need the communication with others because the others have the key missing, like in the Kabbalah, the tarot cards. We need to utilize this information from each other, seven serpents, and I'll be coming to you to learn and to study that astronomy in this. Um, that's what we need to be doing in this, is studying that part of ourselves and then going outside of that and studying other aspects and getting a taste of it, because it's going to take the whole understanding. I understand at Gemma Church, I'm working on it, a way to continue without slavery. My best intentions are with you all. Yes, we're all suffering with that, really, with that whole disablement, because they wore us down, and now we didn't have nothing to begin with, because we've always been of this, and we never really taken part in the negative in this. So we're poor because we never wanted to partake in it. And we're humble and meek in that fashion. Don't lose that in this. Do not lose that in this. But there has to be a way that we can do this within ourselves and then bring it out in a commune style like that. Um, I don't know whenever that's going to be, or if it's just in our dreams or what, but that's what I see sometimes in this, because it's been there all along. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I hope that we all can keep traveling and to keep with one another, because we all have answers in this, and we need every thought. And even if you do stop traveling, please get to us by the other form. You know, there is another world, and there's another plane, and we can get to it from this. So let me continue, because I haven't even got a page done in an hour. Let me make sure there is no comments here. Thank you, Tim, says Gemma. So we'll get to it. I'm almost done. Another group. Okay, yeah, I'm on the right one. Another group of people see alchemy as a part of a depth psychology. They see alchemy symbols as archetypes existing somehow within every human being, like I think, that and that alchemy can have a key to unlocking and understanding the innermost and unconscious part of the psyche, which is supposed to be the main part of our being. Using the analogy with the iceberg, 90% of which are hidden under the sea. Through this can be a persuasive and seductive idea. Not everyone is able to accept such a view. The philosophical basis for this is a belief system that developed in the middle 20th century, and although it is contemporary and seemingly relevant to our lives today, this is, by its very nature, not something that can be proved or even argued about, as it is essentially a belief-driven system. Alchemy, imaginary, is often used almost as decoration in books and in many websites, often associate with things and ideas in which these images have absolutely no connection. However, the emblematic imagery remains vital and inspiring, and is one of the main ways in which people enter into some appreciation for alchemy. A few modern artists have been inspired by alchemical material. A small group of people prefer to read the original writings of the alchemist rather than relying on many secondary sources, pseudo-historic and inspirational, which flooded the bookstores in the latter part of the 20th century. Although alchemy writings are obscure and difficult it is very it is very rewarding to try and read the original material in its proper context, freed from latter interpretations and distorted commentary. Alchemy can be seen as an important part of the cultural I'm sorry, alchemy can be seen as the most important part of cultural history and can be explored in the exact and scholarly way. In the early and middle parts of the 20th century, alchemy was often a no-go area for scholars. However, the work of some key scholars or various disciples during the 1960s and 1970s broke down the barrier of prejudice, and nowadays many scholars study alchemy as they would any other cultural phenomenon. There is an active publishing of scholarly articles and books, and a number of key academic conferences have been held on alchemy in the past few decades. And that's it of the introductory part to this. Next, it's going to go into 300 examples of alchemy text. So we got a lot to learn. A lot to learn. And there's other sites like Seven Serpents was saying that you can utilize to get to this point. And I will utilize all of them, to be able to get through this. Utilize you as individuals and as beings, because that's where it is utilizing each other's knowledge. I think we could study this stuff all we want, okay? But there's things missing. And we have that locked in here and in here. And only we can unlock that within ourselves. So whenever we work together, we're getting keys to unlock those things within us. So let's work on this together. Wake up. Time to wake up and work on it together. We'll continue on next time in the Romper Room. It will be Romper Room 3, probably alchemical text. And maybe, I don't know, I'm going to look more into this. I just came onto this and I was discussing it with Tim, and we had other work that we had to do before this. It has to do with connections, and if you haven't done so, you might want to. We are unlocking everything within ourselves, me and Tim are. And we could use some help with that because we need other keys to this. Tim is not a genius. He only knows the introductory things. That's why he's learning this with me. We're going to learn it together, and I hope that you learn it with us and that you comment and you basically ask, connect. Ask for that connection from us so that you can get your own key from us and we can get our own key from you. You're not giving us anything that we can't really take, to be quite honest with you. I just like permission, I don't want to just step in your room and take from you. You have to be able and be willing to share that from you to me. And in order to do that, that takes meditation, lots of meditation, not just once, not just twice, lots of meditation. And that's what the past couple days have been for me and Tim, is full meditation mode. It takes that. It takes you to really get in yourself and to get in the other person and to really connect and to really get that clearer path of way of thinking with each other, because you have to think with thought. There is no words where we're at. There's just thought, energy, frequency. The energy of the frequency equals thoughts. That equals the symbols, people. There is no words. This is why I feel so funny about names. This is why I keep saying that. It's because we know who's in charge. We feel them. We know who's good, and we know Clinton's bad. And that's just what we feel. And that's what we are. And that's where we're at. So take advantage of that and to get to it. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Because my drive is to get you to get up off your ass, and get to it. And this is it, people. We only got so much time to learn this stuff, and time is running out. This is why we were given this frequency, is to learn this. We were given something. Take advantage of it. Don't let it go to waste. You know, don't let this go to waste. Utilize it for all that it is, everything that it is. Go into detail. Go into your meditation with other people. By golly, you're not opening up anything. I can sit here if I was negative and take it from you. So open your heart, and do these meditations. And I know Seven Serpents, you don't believe in that, but so what? It's just your heart that you're opening up. You're not opening up that sensual part of it with a group meditation. You're not opening that up. That's done privately in between you and your spouse. You're just opening up a holding of hands here. That's all you're doing. Now, whenever you want to take full advantage of all those chakras within somebody, and believe me, you can, uh, that's whenever that is personal, you know. But if you're just opening your heart as to holding a hand, you're just opening up that one chakra, and maybe two, because there is a hunter mode that us hunters have that connect us as well. So there's different. So like me and Tim, we go with the heart and the mind, and me and my hubby, we go from the heart to the groin chakra, and uh, me and Damien, we go from the heart to the throat chakra. It's a hunting thing. It goes up in here. You can smell the copper. Uh, so there's different chakras that you're using. So you don't need to use all those chakras all at once on someone. That's personal. You just need to open up uh, what what connections you have with that person. Like, what are you? Are you, what is your intention there? What, are you brain smart, or are you hunter smart? Uh, are you walking smart? Are you my traveler? And are you in my bottom chakra where my feet are at? Are you in here in my hands, Gemma? Because this is where Gemma is in my hands. And I would love to talk to you, Gemma, because maybe I can help you with my healing, because I can go through this phone, and I know that you feel it right now, that I am hugging you, that it is there, and that I can take my hand and I can place it here, and I can bring that out and push it out and give you my love. And maybe my love can heal you. This is why we need to connect, is to help one another through this. We're in this together. We are travelers together in this, not separate. We're all going about this separately. We're all going to these different chat rooms, chatting it up. That's not where it's at. We're beyond that now. We have to communicate verbally, visually, to be able to make that connection, to trigger these things that are up there. They need to be triggered by everyone. We all have to utilize that. And this is my person coming out in me. I'm sorry, I get all this is why I can't be in public, is because I do these things. Crystal, yes, out of a half hour in this chemtrail sky, taking video, awesome. And huge headache, fun, fun, fun. Well, Gemma, you're just pointing out the negative. That's all you're doing in that. Just my thought on that. If you ignore it, you be that kindergartner and you concentrate on what is real. What is real, Gemma? Get out of that sense of going back. What's real to you right now? What do you feel right now? What is important? Never veer off of what is important and look at those negative aspects of, oh, well, I got a chemtrail and now I got a headache. No, ignore it. Sit in your room if you have to. Concentrate on what you're learning if you have to. Ignore it. Ignore the pain. I know it hurts, but ignore it. That's what it takes to get through this, is to ignore that. Ignore the negative. The negative don't have any part here, is what I'm trying to say. Corporate logos, emblems, and blah, blah, blah. All these chemtrails and all this talk. Yeah. That's why we call it corporate. Corp dead. Taking community. Talking. Oh. That's my tummy. Dead talkers. I don't know what that means, but okay. Maybe you could show us later in your show. No genius for sure, compassion and drive for some extra understanding. I learn by teaching, so thank you all. Yes, exactly. I learn by teaching myself. That's why I do this, is because it's to learn with me. And two, we have to display on how we're learning this, because somebody may come up with another aspect, that triggers something within us, triggers it. Like whenever I watch other people, it triggers something inside me. And I wanted to explore that further, but nobody will get up here except for T Light and talk once with T Light, once with the Sinning. Everybody's once. Nobody wants to talk to me. I would love to learn from you. I would love if you'd share your heart information with me. Anything that's in your heart that you have passion for that's not readily available online, I want your take on it. I don't want online take on it. I don't want Tim's take on it. I want yours. Yours. And only yours. I don't care about the rest. Because the rest is all BS. You're what matters. Your ideas, your thoughts, your frequency, your everything to me. Not books, not knowledge from these books, not in this world. It's in the outer plane world. That's where I'm at. And I hope that you join me someday. I hope that you people get serious about it, because it's important. It's real important that we do this. It's the only thing in the world to us at this moment that we have something real here. And yes, I'm passionate about it because I know it's real. I know what we need. I've been knowing what we needed from the get-go, and nobody will listen. Nobody will talk to me. Nobody will get on Discord and say, hey, would you like to meditate with me? And make it just the two of us. Spinning around in that circle, holding hands, hugging, getting that frequency going to be able to get those thoughts, get that information from one another, to know where each other's at spiritually, knowledge-wise, to get that information going, because you can't get it without this. Without the rub, there's nothing. Nothing. Chat is nothing compared to that. Nothing. Hey, Raindrops. Sorry I'm getting so passionate. I'm not trying to be ignorant. I'm just passionate about this because I know it is everything to us. This is what we need. This is what you guys are looking for, what you have been looking for the entire 60 days that I've been awake and been here. This is what you guys wanted. And I've been saying it the entire time, and nobody is calling me. Nobody is doing anything, and this is where it's at. I am desperate. I am desperate for this knowledge, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I want you to freaking call me. I need your information. I need it to save myself so that I can come back and save you over and over and over and over and over and over. I mean, we all got to keep coming back until all of us is out of here. These are keys for us. This wakes us up better the next time around. Gets us to where we need to be quicker instead of 40 years old doing this. I don't want to keep making the same mistakes. Nunya, you're looking beautiful. Much love to everyone. Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to fix myself up because I wanted to feel good. Because today, this whole entire week here has been all about making yourself better. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to boost myself. Because I need something from everyone and I'm not getting it. So I have to get it from myself. I have to get it from Tim, And I'm begging. I'm really begging. Those who are on Discord, call me so we can have video chat. Damien, Tim is not enough for me. I'm not a one man kind of gal. I like to switch things up. And I like your information in your heart. the information that's out there on the web that I can get out there on the web, but I want your take because you have those answers. Nobody online has those answers for me. Nobody. You do. My travelers, the ones that I'm walking with, have my answers, not something on there. I can look for confirmation on here. That's what that's good for. But you guys are good for so much more. You don't even realize how valuable you are. They are turning everyone negative just to get to yours. They want to infect you. Do you see how important you are to me? How important you should be to yourself? How important that we all are to one another? That we have the information within us. And that's where it's at. Who said I didn't want to talk to you? Well, nobody's calling me on Discord. That's what's telling me. I have been giving my take, and my thoughts was being 17 guarded, and you are not the only person understanding all this. Oh, I know that, Gemma. But, in order to share this information through a being standpoint without using words, it takes connection like meditation together. So please join me in my powwows, and please come to Discord and talk to me, because I want to get to know you, your voice, because then that brings me closer. It brings the connection closer. The sight of you, even if you have a mask on, just the eyes alone, like you can be up like this and just talking to me. That way I can get some kind of visual, because in this there is such things as, your own like vision and taste and, feel of things. There's different aspects that open up in this, and that chat is very limited. Like, you can't give me the answers through chat that I'm looking for. You have it within you. It's kind of like knowledge that you don't even know you have, that's in your subconscious, really, that will come out later, and then it will come out later with myself, if that clarifies. I didn't mean to get ignorant with anyone. I really didn't. I'm just really passionate because I know how important it is. The frequency I know, and you don't, us, not positive. See you later. Oh, man, my stomach. The frequency of I know. The frequency, let me reread that. Frequency of I know, and you don't, us, not positive. Well, I'm sorry if I pissed you off, Gemma. I didn't mean to piss anybody off. I'm just becoming really passionate I'm onto something here of my own, and I have a feeling that it's for everyone, that kind of thing. It's kind of like I'm passionate. Whenever I see something like that, I get very, very passionate about it, and it comes out, and I'm trying to hold back, and sometimes it can sound, I guess, and that's why I go back and say I'm not trying to be ignorant, because it does sound like I'm being ignorant, and I'm not being ignorant. I really am, because I'm trying to hold back that passion, because I'll start yelling, You're awesome, love the energy, hungry for knowledge. Me too. I'm so hungry for it. So keep coming around. Come to Tim's raindrops, and we'll talk about an invite to Discord. That's our learning center. You've been coming around for a while, and if Tim's still on, maybe he can give you a Discord link, or maybe I can. Let me see. Oh no, Tim, if you can do that, that'd be awesome. I wasn't able to get on my live. I'm hoping that now I'm able to. So I wanted to see while I'm here, and I'll keep going. Use Duo, call me. I don't have Duo. Duo requires you to have Facebook. It was requiring me to have Facebook in order to run it. I have Hangouts until it ends here at the end of the year. I have Discord, and you have Discord too. If you go into Discord, they have a video chat in there underneath my name. If you need the tag numbers in the middle if you wanted to talk. I let you guys do it because you guys know whenever you're ready to talk to me. I'm ready anytime. I'm ready to get down and to talk and to video chat and to take this meditation full on. Right, Damien? I just seen you come in the room. And he knows that I'm on it. You know, I will get on there with you. I'm not afraid to get on and to spin it. You know, I'm not afraid to do it. May the bright light bring the peace of love, which is a higher frequency, expanding our natural abilities. Yes, sir, Tim Hoot TV. And hey, beautiful sister Nunya, I love you. I love you too, Damien. Damien's in the house. Good to see you. To Miss Helen Damien, everything you need is already inside of you. Not really. Not really, Max. That's where everyone goes wrong. That's where we keep going wrong every time we come back. And I'm getting that full in my prediction that the answer is within all of us because we are one. Remember? They split us. If I'm thinking right, if my imagination is right on this, they split us and our information is split within each of us. So each of us has pieces to this information like tarot cards and Kabbalah that can help us out along the way and make us that level. The level of the frequency that we're in right now is what I'm talking about. Because you ain't never been here, Max. You ain't never been here. I'm coming from here now, where we're at in this frequency. You were coming at a lower frequency back in the 70s, right? Is where I'm picturing you coming woken up at. Is that you've been woke up for a while along with Tim. You've been woke up for a while. Well, I'm coming in this with this higher frequency and I'm all amped up. And let me tell you, the visions that I'm getting are pretty strong in the fact that we are one in this and that we all have the information. That's where alchemy comes into play. That is why it's here. It's because it brings out the best in all of us. That's why my grandma used to sit down with people and write these alchemies. Okay? I'm starting to understand fully about my own life, about things of the past that my grandmother was doing, that ancestors was doing, that I'm starting to come together in this and really understand what I'm seeing out of all of it. Sweetheart, I love your raw, open heart. Tim, my brother, I love you, man. Keep smashing the truth in our hearts. And Damien, if you want truth, you need to study this alchemy. Deciphering the truth within the Bible is very, very much so of alchemy. You can decipher it better by studying alchemy. Just so you know, that's what we were talking about earlier, that I shouted out to you, and you came. So I called you here just to tell you that. You was wanting to know, you was wanting to be a truth teller. Well, this will help you get through the deciphering of the Bible and to get you to those answers immediately and to decipher it well. Yes, we unlock each other through love. Yes, sir. I'm only starting at Damien, my brother. Yes, we are only starting because me and Tim, we just started with each other. And I've been with Damien a few times in meditation, and that has helped unlock things. I've been on with Bama and Hug Bama, and some things came out within Bama, and some things came out with Sugar, and you know, all those connections have information in those that advance us to a different level in this. I take off days for my studies, but it brings me to a better ability to share with you all in the most positive aspects of me. Yes, and that's what we did recently. We got to that meditation part of things. And some within ourselves. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't have Facebook and I use Duo. I don't have Facebook either, but I use Discord because of the fact of the learning center that we built there is there. and it has the video phones, and it has a lot, for what we're doing with YouTube and the learning channel. I just got back and I'm not pissed. Oh, good, Gemma. I'm glad. I just get really passionate about this stuff. But you are not the only blessed. No, I don't think I'm the only blessed person awake. I know I'm not. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that we all have information from one another that we can utilize within each other. Discord, and you didn't want my number. Discord, and you didn't want my number. This isn't easy for anyone. Please stop yelling at me. I'm not yelling. I swear I wasn't yelling. I just get passionate, and I'm trying to hold back that passion, and and that yelling, and then it makes me look pissed, and I'm sorry. It's just the way it comes out. It's just the way the passion comes out in me. I'm trying to hold back. I should just let go of the passion. I should just let go of it. But I want to hold back because I got people in here listening to me. Yeah, I got you. Discord, one sec. Okay. So Tim's got y'all on Discord. If you guys want to grab up that link there, you can grab that out. And if you need another one, just let him know. I think that everyone here is good. Yeah, Gemma is good. And we just want to keep trollers out of that room because it is very hard to keep things clean whenever you're on the go and you're trying to learn everything. And we're trying slowly to build up with community information, like the Seven Serpents. He has some information about astronomy and cosmos and things like that are very unique to this side of things. It's not the old school way, like I was saying, Max. There's an old school way and there's a new school way of doing things, I think. And this is all things that I think and what I feel, so don't take me up and think I'm, number one. I'm not. I'm learning this just like you, Gemma. Everybody's learning this, and we're all excited and we're all amped up, and it's just the way it is with it. And I'm sorry if you took me the wrong way. That's the farthest thing that I wanted you to think, is that I'm the only one. I am not the only one. I am far from special in anything. We're all special in this, and we all take in what each other has. And that's what I'm trying to say. And I just get passionate, real passionate about it, because I know it's truth. I know it is, because I've been given this highly. It's truth to me, because it's been given in a specific way. It wasn't just, oh, I came on this and I'm, no, it was handed to me by him. Everything I do is him. Anything that he gives me is special. Anything that especially on stuff like this. Like this was a personal, one-on-one he interrupted my conversation with Tim Who TV in order to give me this information and where I needed to go. And that's why I think it's so important that we all learn it, because it's not just for me. It's not just about me. It's about all, and I beggeth of you, Gemma, don't ever think that I'm thinking that I'm special. That's far from my thoughts, far from them. I think that everyone is special in this, and that's my whole point. That is my whole point to it. Tim Who TV, I touch base with you soon, my brother. Cool. That's awesome. That's only good for Max. If another, let me know. Who? Gemma, if you wanted one, say so. If Raindrops, if you wanted Discord link, it has information about our learning center that we're trying to create, where I'm taking people from our community and bringing them over to Discord in one area and like organizing them so that I'm able to pull what I need, and so that everyone else is able to pull what they need out quickly and efficiently, because everyone's waking up and they want information, this kind of information, from their community, from people like me, from people like you, Seven Serpents, we're all in this together. We're all traveling it together. We want to learn from one another, and that's where I want to keep it at, in the Discord. And yeah, there's other famous, writings in there, of more people who aren't of this community that are out further in the sectors and everything that I have in there, for information, yes, but most of what I'm trying to do is create this community for us, really the community of information that we all have within inside of us, and to connect us even further, because if I like your video in there, then that brings me closer to you, to for you to feel comfortable to talk to me beyond chat, to make that phone call without the face, and then brings us further and further in the trust level to be able to talk face to face. And that's all I'm trying to do, Gemma, really, is to do that. I'm begging, in other words. That's me begging, and I hate begging. So I have to eat some things, even though I don't like doing them. The frequency and chemicals are called toxic for a reason, yes. I receive these things also. Father has called up us together to help each other. I am not able to launch Discord, period. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I do have Hangouts, and I do have chat, and I wish that we could talk personally, but yeah, if you want to talk a little bit more in depth, I am on the chat thing here, and I do check those, and I do try to respond. Just lately here, I've been onto this information, and it's been a lot trying to get here to just this point. And I had to take a sabbatical, really, these past couple of days, a sabbatical from YouTube, because a lot to learn, a lot to learn, a lot of learning, and a lot of connecting that needed to happen, with myself, with my family, with Tim, with information, with him as well. I had to come to trust him, and that was the most important thing that I do. And that took time. It was to see that this is where 100% is at. To feel that way. I have been having toothaches for 2 weeks. It caused me to find a solution. Oh, really? Well, I hope you found it. Thanks, checking out Miss Dragon Morning Minutes. Like, I don't know if any of what I'm saying is like 100%. Like it's saying here that, that these things aren't proven. There's no way to prove it. Like, I can't prove my thoughts. The only thing I can prove is by saying them over and over throughout this of what I thought, And that's where theories come from, is from thought. And who's to say that I'm not smart, that I'm not a scientist, that I can't do this, even though I don't know anything about it. I do know something about it. I really do. Deep down in myself, just like them balls that I've been swirling, just like skiing that I picked up on right away and tried to jump. I was ready to jump up and flip, because I'm all about what I know deep down. I know things, and you know things deep down that you specialize in throughout your lifetimes, that you learned, and it all builds up to this alchemy, Pain is a sign that something is not right. Okay. It is phone problems that I can't solve right now. It's not that I don't want to partake. Okay. And I'm not just yelling at you. I'm not that yelling, period. But I'm just not talking to you, Gemma. I'm trying to get everyone involved, not just you, everyone, because it's everyone. And I didn't mean to point you out like that. I just do that with them because you're here and you're in my mind at the moment. That means whenever I bring up someone, that's my good blessing to you, because you've been telling about your disablement and where you're at, and I feel compassion. So I may use your name just to bring out your name while I'm giving you that compassion through here. And that's where I'm at with that. And that's fine if you don't believe in the same thing that I do. That's fine. If you don't believe that friction is where it's at, that's fine. That you don't believe that. And that's fine that Seven Serpents don't believe it. That's fine that Mrs. Serpents don't believe that. That is their take on it. And that's with them. And I'm all about everybody's own individuality on this and their what they think about it. I'm all for that. But in the meantime, I've been listening to him. So I know what I'm doing. Now, you have your own. Everyone has their own take on what they can and can't do, because all these little things that we're doing, like all these different things that we're doing them in different ways as well. So we're being told that we can't do that because of where we're at, what we're trying to do, is what I'm thinking. What I think, not what anybody else, not what's written, what I think. Uh, and that's fine with me. Really, I mean, that's where it's at. That's what it's about. So if you're not with me, you're not with me on that particular aspect, on that particular viewpoint. I'm just reaching out to the ones that do, like Sugar. She wants to. I thought at one time, and just anyone who thinks and feels the same way that I do on that particular thing. You may feel something else is right that I think, and it may be okay with you to do that, and because I am not right on any of this, because what I'm being told and what you're being told is two different things, in other words. But you could be told is to do the same thing that I am, and I'm reaching out to those who are being told the same thing that I am, in other words, is what I'm reaching out to. And I'm sorry, this is a learning channel. I'm learning myself on how to say things correctly, how to gather my thoughts in this, because it is very, very hard to gather your thoughts, to be able to tell somebody where you're at in your thoughts constantly and fully. And because some people are not thinking the same way as you, and you're not thinking of that other aspect of it. So it takes time for me to get down these comments and to realize that within you that may not be right for you. And I forget that, I forget as I'm going, because I'm trying to do one thing that's over on this side, and you're over here on this side, trailing behind, not trailing behind, but, like with me on it, but you're in a different area than I am. You're thinking, you were told that, you can't friction, you can't do that because you're learning that particular, you're learning a particular way. I don't know what that is, because I'm not knowledgeable in that. You may be learning the same thing that Seven Serpents is on, in other words, because he don't believe in that friction either. He thinks that should be private with his wife, and that is great. That is great. I'm not telling anybody to not listen to their guides. That is not what I'm here to do. I'm just here to call the same people as me who want to communicate, to get them involved in communicating, because I am ready to learn what I need to learn, and I'm being told that it's okay for me, because that's where my job is at, is that particular part of things. Okay, so I hope that I explain myself well with that. And I know that I get passionate and I don't explain things very well, but that's all the learning process to me as well. To me, pain reminds me I'm alive. Exactly, Miss Dragon. Me too. It makes me believe in reality again, like emojis. Joe Info! Hey, I just seen your chat earlier in my doppelganger account, because I haven't been in there in a while, in like 2 weeks. I just seen that in there. So I got your text, and I'll hold on to that for a later time whenever we don't have internet anymore. Okay, Joe Info, I'll utilize that then. And I got Max cracking up, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Hey Gemma, hey Miss Dragon, says Joe Info, and they're all howdying back, says Miss Dragon. And I just knocked over everything. Lovely. And that's a sign to end it right there, lovelies. That is a sign to end it. That's whenever you know, whenever you're done, is whenever something drastic happens in this, like that. That means shut up. That's what that means. So, adios, amigos. Have fun. Be safe in all that you do. Joe, just rewind and watch. If I had that function, I'm going to have to look back and make sure that I'm running these things now that I have a computer. Make sure that I'm putting these things right. And join us tonight on Tim Who TV. And if you wanted a Discord link, Rainbow or Raindrops, let us know. And we'll get that to you on tonight's show. We'll be starting here in about 3 more hours on Tim's show, and we'll follow up with some of these learnings that we done about everything, and we'll get to it. And hopefully I didn't break my TV or do anything else. Well, I love you too, and I'm sorry if I upset you, Gemma. That's the last thing I wanted to do, is to upset and make anyone negative for the day. And I hope that you feel my love in making up for that, because I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you think that way of me, or make you think that way of it, or yourself, or that wasn't my intention. So I'm going to hope that I didn't break something there and ruin something else for myself. And, oh, I made you cry. Oh, no. No, I know you're just kidding. But I am sorry if I made you feel that way. I really am. That's not what I wanted to do at all. At all. I feel so terrible about it too. I mean, I'm going to feel terrible about it for the rest of the night. We'll hold on to that, because it's a learning process with this. I'm trying. This is a learning channel. You know, I am taking you along for the ride. So you have to be expecting those bumps in the road from me on trying to express what I find is important. It's important for me to express it the way that they're telling me to express it, and it's kind of hard to be in this world and that world at the same time, and to say it without the abundance to it. Because believe me, when I'm around there, there's an abundance to it, and I got to pay attention to things in here. But I love you. Have fun. Be safe in all that you do. And that's what you think of the rest. I love you guys. See you later.